pretty low-scoring ball game between these two teams. And Bob was saying we're going to have a high-scoring game. Well, we just never know, do we? It has been interesting. We'll have the stats for you in just a moment. But right now, let's go down to the field and let's watch the Nimitz Viking band do their thing.
Thank you, parents, students, and the IISD administration for your continued support. We would especially like to thank Mrs. Gayla Lawrence, Interim Director of Fine Arts, who has her 29th birthday today. Happy birthday, Mrs. Lawrence.
And now, to continue your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the award-winning Nimitz High School Biker! The 2013-14 Bike Officers are Senior Lieutenant Rita Golden.
Senior Line Officer Elizabeth Cisneros. Sophomore Line Officer Jenny Guzman. Biker of the Week is Senior Melissa Pena. Spirit Girl of the Week is Junior Valerie Reyes. The Bikers would like to dedicate tonight's performance to Nimitz High School's new principal, Mrs. Rocky Malone. And now watch the colors ripple and wave as the Vikers perform to Hawaii 5-0.
All right, and wonderful job there by the Vikings, as well as the Nimitz High School marching band here, as we are at halftime at Irving School Stadium. And it is a 6-3 ball game. Lamar with the lead. Lamar has dominated pretty much the offense, especially in the first quarter, but really they haven't been able to get the ball in the end zone. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, and we'll see what has happened, at least hopefully some of the things that might have happened in the first half. And here we go. Bouchel runs out, hits a man on a run. Nice job over the middle that time, and Landry Bray gets it down to about the 28-yard line, and another pass to Bray, and Bray's wide open and looking to turn it on, gets out of bounds, and that leads to a field goal. It's 3-0 Lamar at that point. It looks like they're going to score a touchdown, but whoa, wait a minute. What a fantastic defensive play that time by Daniel Stiegler. They do get a field goal anyway. The Vikings come back. Here is the handoff, and coming right at you. Jordan Henry with a nice play. And this leads to a Nimitz field goal. And it's 6-3. And so that has been basically what has transpired. Lamar dominating the statistics, 197 yards to only 49 for Nimitz. But you know what? It's 6-3 on the scoreboard, and really that's all that matters. No turnovers in the ballgame. So that's what we look like right now at halftime, and we'll be back for the second half right after this.
Here is a high, short, end-over end kick, fair catch called for. And taking it is a Lamar return man. And Lamar will put the ball in play 1st and 10 on their 27-yard line.
A lot more teams doing that kick now these days. Say, hey, look, we'll give you fairly decent field position, but you're not going to get to run it back.
So as Lance said, Lamar had the better of the statistics in the first half, and they have a 3-point lead as we start here in the second half with Shane Bouchel, the sophomore quarterback. Gives it to his inside running back. This is Kemp, out across the 35, out to about the 37-yard line. That's good for a first down. So a quick hitter, nothing fancy, but it works for good yardage. And Lamar is off and running.
Kemp had, 10 carries for 48 yards in the first half.
He carried 15 times in last week's game, so he's the number one guy to go to as far as carrying is concerned. And we have a 5-yard penalty going to be assessed against Lamar.
4th penalty against Lamar on the night.
Eric Sullins moved early, one of the offensive linemen. So that's the 5-yard assessment against Lamar. Move it back, and Lamar will have it now 1st and 1st and 15 on their 33-yard line. This game coming your way on a Friday night, September the 6th. Temperature is about 100 degrees at game time. Again, Kemp, the ball carrier, a little bit of a stutter step as he came across the 35. Fell down out at about the 37-yard line. He was stopped by Joseph Mitchell. Kemp remains the set running back. Bouchel, the quarterback, takes the direct snap, goes off to Bray. And this is Bray breaking one tackle. But he can't get by a host of other Nimitz defenders, and down he goes as he comes out to about the 43-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play. So that'll bring up a 3rd down situation. 3rd and let's call it about 6 to go.
Bray had a good first half, 3 receptions for 67 yards.
Buechele always a threat to run with the ball, as you can see right here. And he dives forward and gets the first down. Boy, it's a tremendous advantage if you have a quarterback who's fast with the feet, as this young man is.
Well, he's not a pretty runner, but
No.
he gets the job done.
Yeah, he does. So they had a big situation, a lot of yardage to pick up in 3 downs, and they did it. Now here's a little pass out to Bray, and a little bit of a stiff arm by the young man, and then he is wrestled down on about the 47-yard line.
Loss of 3.
Jared Velasquez, the tackler on this play. There's Jared right there. 2nd and 13. 3 receivers to the left side of the line. Buechele with it, looks for one of the 3 and finds him. That's Bray. And Bray is hit standing up and dropped on the Nimitz 46-yard line. No sooner did Bray make the catch, and he was held up, stopped, and dropped. 3rd and let's call it 6. It's basically the situation Lamar had just a few moments ago when Buechele ran for the first down.
He likes to throw to Bray, though.
Yeah.
6 receptions tonight.
Well, Bray does one thing that all quarterbacks like. He catches what's thrown his way. The handoff, and boy, going absolutely nowhere. Great containment that time by the Nimitz defensive unit. And down goes Kemp. Maybe a gain of a yard. Watch.
The big guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Look at him move people. Whoa.
Whoa.
That is Brandon Mays. That is what a nose guard's supposed to do.
You know, Brandon's had a great career for this team.
Has.
Yeah. He's really been solid. So you got 4th and 6. And Buechele, who has punted on a few occasions, back there right now. But they also have some receivers split out, so we'll see whether he's going to really boot the ball or pass it.
Too much time.
Well, there's a 5-yard encroachment.
You know, delay of game.
Yeah.
Play clock went to 0. Well, that seemed like a quick amount of
Quick
time.
25,
too.
huh? Yeah.
So now it's 4th and 11,
And a different formation this time. They're in tight.
now they split.
Now they split back out again. So let's see.
Well, that danger's always there.
And Buechele, a
Block.
soccer kick, it is blocked. And one of the Lamar players falls on the ball on the Lamar 43-yard line. So a little bit of everything here, and a nice defensive stand by the Vikings. They'll put the ball in play 1st and 10 on the Lamar 44-yard line.
All right, let's see who comes up and gets the block, because this is a interesting play. That is number 54, and that is Anthony Guardiola. So good job there, Tony.
Most definitely.
Vikings have Nimitz has wonderful field position.
Clark and Henry in the backfield. This is Henry coming up next to his quarterback. And Henry on a dive play gets a couple of yards. Again, this is the option where the quarterback holds the ball and then at the last moment gives to the running back, and they haven't been able to get much yardage on this play at all. 2nd down and about 8.
Well, Cluck came up last year as a sophomore, did a pretty good job, but he injured his leg and missed the last 2 ball games, so apparently not wanting
Clark
to run
looks,
on.
Clark throws, almost intercepted. Boy, lucky that time.
Yeah,
So it'll be 3rd down.
that's in pick 6 area there, Bob. You get a ball picked up there, there's nobody in front of you. Yipes.
Right off the fingertips of the defender.
That's Dwight McDuff.
3rd and 8 for the Vikings, who have had great difficulty in moving the ball.
Yeah, they just have not been able to get anything going there.
This is Clark looking, Clark throwing and intercepted. And here is the defender almost stripped of the ball.
Late
And
flag
now,
comes out.
yeah, flags come down.
I think it's going to be a clip or a block in the back against one of the Lamar players on the return. We'll see.
Well, Clark came close to having a pass picked off just moments ago, and now he does have one intercepted. The defender on the play making the tackle on the return man was Jared Velasquez.
That's his first interception of the year. Joe Horn and the crew right now talking things over.
Let's see if the referee is going to signal here.
Below the waist. Oh, against Nimitz?
Yes.
I guess so. So they're going to tack that on from the 49.
Here is the replay.
Okay, I saw it there.
Gene Pfizer was the young man who picked off that pass. So this is the second time that Nimitz gives up a 15-yard major penalty.
And Lamar with wonderful field position right now at the Viking 36.
This is Kemp. But great containment this time by the Viking defenders. He just could get nothing done. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Watch this right here. That's Scott.
Yeah, Michael Scott doing the job there. Was the outside linebacker.
Remember, he was hurt earlier in the game.
And that's exactly how you're supposed to play it.
Buechele straight running, flag down, Buechele upended.
Could be a hold, but let's see what it's going to be here. The Vikings will take, Nimitz will take the penalty. And Ryan Rogers signaling, yeah, send him back. The hold. Obviously, Nimitz will take the penalty.
So the teams are exchanging major penalties here. Ball goes back to the Nimitz 46-yard line.
So we'll have second down 20 now. Both teams, honestly, Bob, been kind of sluggish in this ballgame.
Buechele rolling to his left. Throws down to a man who's wide open, and there's the touchdown for the ball.
And he let him get behind him.
46-yard play.
He is just flat out wide open. That's King.
King is the young man who had a great game last week in the opener for Lamar, and he reprises it right here. That's a 46-yard touchdown play. And he was so wide open, he could have sold tickets or written a term paper. We'll show you how wide open he was when we give you the replay. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Lamar now leads it by a count of 13-3.
All right, let's look at this one more time as he runs to his left. And you're going to get an idea of the kind of arm this young man has. Remember, he's running away, and that's just throws a beautiful pass. No one is close to him. Stigler finally catching up way too late. Now, I don't know whether Stigler missed him or not because I don't know. You don't know about coverages and stuff like who's supposed to have him. But bottom line is nobody had him, and he's wide open. And King, yes, sir. That's 6.
Mr. Bouchel putting on something of a little display here.
Yeah, he's done a good job here. The first and third quarters, he's 4 for 4 here, passing here in the third quarter.
Abrams, who added the point, will now be kicking off. D'Angelo Allen has returned to these kickoffs very effectively, but unfortunately for him, both times there were penalties. Now here's a kick that's coming down deep, and this I don't think will be returned.
Wise decision.
Stiegler that time, taking the knee in his end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Nimitz on their 20-yard line. 5:41 remaining in the third quarter. Lamar now leading by 10, 13-3. And the big play of the game, you just saw it, that 46-yard pass and run from Bouchel to King.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the question of the week. Which Irving schools, I guess, will make it to the playoffs? Because obviously, you have 4 teams in the district. So go online, and that is on Facebook. Which Irving school will make it to the playoffs? Now, what's the site on Irving again? On Facebook, Scott? City of Irving Facebook.
They're going to kick this one over again because there was an offside against Lamar. So instead of kicking from the 40, they'll be booting it from the 35.
That's the second time they've done that tonight.
Uh-huh.
So it sounds to me like the special teams going to work a little harder this week, Bob.
Well, that was one of the keys for both these teams when I had talked to the coaches. They needed to get more effective play for their special teams. Respecting the leg of this young man, the 2 return men for Nimitz, both on their goal line.
Good reason to stay there.
Yeah,
to the 5.
Stiegler gets it on the 5. Comes straight up to the 20. Breaks a tackle, keeps on going, fights his way across the 35, out to the 38-yard line. Nice return. Cameron Hines finally able to stop Stiegler.
Boy, Stiegler sees a hole, fights off a couple of tacklers. There you see the missed tackle attempt there by Cole Hadley, and he picks up an extra 12 yards. The Vikings have done well in the return game, but they have not done well here on offense tonight.
No, not at all. Vikes with 3 receivers split out to the right side. Henry again on that option play, getting maybe 2 yards, and that's it. That play hasn't fooled anybody.
Well, if Clark's not going to run, there's no reason to,
exactly,
to pay attention to it.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing that the play does is it allows the defense to move up in tackling position. That takes about, once the ball is given to Clark on the direct snap, then he's moving up to the line of scrimmage along with Henry, and the defenders are just moving up to make the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Again, a dive play to the 40-yard line. No gain at all, so it'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Clock rolling, 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And the Nimitz Vikings trying to come up with some lightning in the bottle here. They have really been contained. This is Clark, back to pass. He's got some time. Throws deep over the middle, and he's got his man. Great pass and a great catch.
Yeah.
Wow. You talk about really laying the ball out there. Jared Velasquez.
24 yards, far and away the biggest play here tonight. Velasquez, a leading receiver last week, and makes a fine reception there for the first down here, the second half for Nimitz. 3:54 remaining. What bullet pass. A great job by Clark.
Beautiful
right
throw.
Right
on the money.
Yeah.
Big rush comes. Clark is going to be dropped. Back on his 48-yard line of Lamar, so that's a loss of 12 on the play.
Boy, they come from all over this time. And there's just no place for Clark to go. And it was finally McClinton, the safety, who came up to make the stop.
Well, they always say that the great defense against the passing attack is a big rush, and you saw it right there. Clark had no way to go. 2nd and 22. Clark looks, throws the ball away, and it'll be 3rd and 22.
Might have thrown it to his mother in the second row there. It was a souvenir, but did not come particularly close there, did he?
Have 3 receivers split out to the right side. Clark with the ball. Clark throws, no good. He was under tremendous duress, and he wanted to hit the man there, but just overthrew him. And it'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Clark been very erratic here in his ball game tonight. That pass he threw over the middle of Velasquez was wonderful, but the last 2 passes he threw, not so good.
Good snap from center. There is the punt, a high soar, and it will roll out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's what you want to see on special teams.
So Lamar holds, and they take over with 2:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They'll have the ball on their 13-yard line. Shane Buechele, who threw 3 touchdown passes against South Grand Prairie last week, has got 1 against Nimitz tonight.
He's not out there.
That's Quinn. Win the handoff this time. I believe that's Cameron Hines, the running back. I thought that was 27, and it is Hines. A gain of 2 on the play.
That's 37 Lancaster. Running back.
This is Lancaster with the ball. Spun around as he clears the 20. Down goes the flag. The ball up to the 22-yard line, and let's see what the call is going to be.
Probably face mask. Came out so late.
So the question is it going to be a 5-yard penalty or a 15?
Watch Mitchell.
15.
Okay. Right now he makes that grab.
That gives Lamar the 1st down. They have triplets to the near sideline. Quinn with the ball. Hits his receiver, who's dropped almost immediately, but a nice grab that time by the receiver. That was Botan. Bobbled the ball just a little bit, but had the presence of mind to hold on for dear life and made the reception a gain of 9 on the play. Second and short yardage for Lamar.
All kinds of options for him here.
Quinn looks, and he is hit, and the ball goes incomplete. They just did get his arm as he was throwing the ball, and that caused it to be an incomplete pass. So you have third down coming up.
You watch Scott coming off the near side. Just barely gets his hand on his arm, but good enough. Third down and 1.
Delonte Scott doing the honors that time. Third in a short yardage situation. So they'll give the ball to Lancaster, who barrels his way out for the first down. Rumbles on down to the Nimitz 44-yard line.
Another first down for Lamar. That's 5 here in the third quarter.
Closing moments of the third quarter. Lamar with the ball. Lancaster changes his direction and gets about 3 on the play. Started off to the left and realized there was nothing there, so he just reversed his field and moved on to the right and got about 3.
Boy, that was a pretty good job there by Lancaster.
Exactly.
Because he was going nowhere with the direction it was intended to go.
And they're just going to let the clock roll down, and this will bring us to the end of 3 quarters of play. And that's exactly what happens as we are now out of time. After 3 quarters of play, our score, Lamar 13 and Nimitz 3. And we'll be back in a moment. We're ready for the fourth quarter. Lamar with a 10-point lead. They have the ball 2nd and 7 on the Nimitz 41-yard line. This is Lancaster on the dive play. Got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but not more than that.
Delonte Scott with a good job of coming up to make that play.
This time the 3 wide receivers will split out to the near sideline. Win with the snap, whistles blow, 5-yard assessment going to be called against Lamar. Illegal procedure call.
So that'll be third down and about a dozen to go.
Gwynn, the quarterback, to take the direct snap. He's got it, looks, throws down deep, and it is incomplete. That looked like a broken play. It looked like he was
down
looking,
in the backfield.
not roughing the quarterback.
No. It's holding of the decline. Personal foul against Nimitz. Yipes. What a crusher this one is. That'll be a first down.
Late hit on the quarterback.
Yeah. Yipes. That's a killer right there, Bob.
Yeah, well, it's another major penalty against Nimitz. And it gives Lamar a break.
Big one, yeah.
Quinn looks, throws, going to be incomplete.
Had it not been so far thrown out of bounds, it might have had a case for offensive pass interference, but again, it was just not a very well thrown ball.
As was the one before, also not a well thrown ball, but the penalty gave Lamar a breather.
You did that.
Yeah, so you got 2nd and 10. We'll go to the running back, who gets maybe a yard and then is just stopped. Much going that time. That was Kemp, the running back. He's had most of the carries in tonight's game. And we'll have 3rd down coming up. 3rd and, well, they say he got nothing at all, so it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 31. Kemp in there, along with Gwynn, 3 receivers. To the left, Gwynn looks, throws, a diving catch made down at about the 23-yard line. Nice, took it right off the ground. Boateng again.
Coming right at you. That was a nice catch.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th down. 4th and about 3.
It would be about a 41-yard field goal attempt here. There's little or no wind here tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to kick it.
Now they're going to call a timeout. Their first, because they were running out of time anyway, and they said, well, let's talk about this on 4th down and 3. And while we got a moment, Bob, let's talk about those good folk who bring us the ball game of the week each week on ICTM.
I think it's a very solid idea.
I think it is too, and that's why we're going to talk about Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning, a charter sponsor of the game of the week. And now, what does that mean? Well, it means since they've been with us since we started doing these broadcasts. I think it was about 1966 or something when we used to come on the air right after the Monkees were on the air. Close to it. I could be wrong. But at any rate, we do thank the Stavely folks for being with us all these many years, enabling us to bring you the ball game of the week each week right here on ICTN.
These two teams, Lamar and Nimitz, have met on many occasions, 29 to be exact.
Oh, yeah.
And Lamar has won 9 of the last 10. They lead in the series 23 victories to just 6 for Nimitz.
Yeah, it has been a one-sided rivalry, that's for sure.
So you have the 4th and 3 play. And they're going to go a little flanker screen.
They get it.
And they get the 1st down. Nice play. Very well designed. King, the receiver on the play. Got that inside flanker screen, as you can see right here. Here's King making the catch and then running into the middle. And then just being upended. Nice tackle. But he got the 1st down. And the ball now on the 19-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
15 first downs right now for Lamar. It's only 4 for Nimitz.
This is Lancaster with running room and then fumbles. Down goes the flag. And we'll have to see what the call is going to be on this one.
Nimitz says they've got the football, but let's see what the officials say.
Well, Nimitz,
it looks like it's going to be a hold. Yeah. We're going to have a turnover.
Nimitz has recovered the fumble by Lancaster. There's the official there showing the hold against Lamar. And then
it is knocked out that time by D'Angelo Allen. And the result is a turnover, ladies and gentlemen. The Vikings, Nimitz still with a chance here. They trail by 10, and they really need something good to happen here.
This is Henry, loses his footing, falls down.
And that's not what I had in mind.
Not what he had in mind either.
No.
Or the offensive coordinator for the team. Yeah. But it's been that kind of night for Nimitz. Nothing much has gone right for these kids.
Well, Henry had 196 yards last week, and he ain't going to get there this week, that's for sure. Not unless he breaks it all the way right here.
Clark with the ball, and he is hammered and dropped on about the 4-yard line. So Nimitz moving the ball, but unfortunately for them, they're moving it backwards. As you watch it right here.
They're just teeing off on him right now, and Clark just doesn't have the time. The O-line didn't do a very good job.
Not on that occasion, not at all. Marquise McClinton credited with the sack on that play. So you have 3rd and a bunch. Clark standing at his own end zone. This is Cannon. Henry across the 15 out to about the 17-yard line. Gain of about 13 yards for that young man, but not nearly enough for the first half. Henry's been pretty well contained, but he has had runs of 16, 15, and that time 13. Rodriguez to do the punting. Sean Abram is the lone return man.
Uh-oh. Boy, that was a good job of getting rid of that ball.
Yeah, really.
And it's roughing the kicker. Nimitz is going to get the ball back. But sometimes you need a break, and Nimitz got one there.
Nice job by Rodriguez just to get rid of the ball.
Second time tonight they've whacked him. Lamar has. Remember what I was telling about earlier when they hit you, just to fall down. This time they hit him. And it is DeJuan Hutchinson who runs into him.
Here's the referee.
Oh, maybe, well, they're not going to call a foul on it. Well, maybe they pulled the flag back.
Well, one thing's for sure, Lamar's got the ball.
That they did?
No maybes about that. Did they run into the kicker after the kick? Yeah, they did, but they didn't call it. So Lamar's got the ball. They give it to Kemp. And Kemp is dropped after he crosses the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Gets close to 9 on the play.
I think Nimitz, too, at a point now, that defense has got to be wearing out, Bob. They have been out there all night tonight.
Yeah, so it would seem, yeah, definitely.
Again, Nimitz with only 4 first downs in this ball game. Only 1 here in the second.
And 1 by penalty.
Yeah. Bouchel going to keep.
This is Bouchel on the keeper. He gets enough for the first down. Brandon Mays coming back in that nose tackle position. The ball resting on the Nimitz 32-yard line. We have 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go in tonight's game. Bob Barry, along with Lance Brown, I'll bring this one to you. Shane Bouchel off to the races again. And he takes the ball across the 20 down to about the 18-yard line. Boy, that's a single wing play from years ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is all it is here. Student body left.
So it's another first down, the ball on the 18-yard line. Kemp and Bouchel, they make up the backfield. King split out wide to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Bouchel looks all the time in the world, and now he runs out of time and is dropped back on the 25-yard line. Bouchel looking, and there's just no way to go. And then down he goes, and bringing him down was David Glockner.
They killed a massive time there. Now, obviously, Lamar wants to score, but they also want to eat a lot of clock right now. And they're doing a good job.
One of the few times that they stopped Bouchel for a loss. And you see Lamar taking timeout. And they do a very smart thing here. They wait till there's 1 second on the play clock. Then they call the timeout. They want to kill as much time as possible. That's good clock management. So many times Lance and I have seen bad clock management up here over all the years. But, you know, you see that at the college level and sometime at the pro level as well.
Did you see an interesting story they had on ABC World News a couple of nights ago? And it's about a football player here in Dallas who plays at the Episcopal School of Dallas. And this guy is 6'3", 335-pound defensive tackle. So why is this on the news, you ask? Well, in addition to doing this, he's also on the cheerleading squad. During halftime, he'll come out and do cheers. And this is a kid, 335 pounds, Bob. You ought to see the movement, the kind of skill he has. I mean, he's very agile, very athletic. I mean, he's not some fat slob. This kid can really move gracefully. His name is, let me see, Armand Fernandez-Pierre. Ooh, ouch.
Not much that time. A lot of contact being made on Mr. Kemp. They stop him. The ball on the 21-yard line, so he got 2 yards and probably 7 body bruises on that play.
Yeah. So it's third down and about 13.
No receivers to the right of the line. We have 3 to the left, and Bouchel again on that running play, using those receivers as blockers. And Bouchel all the way down to the 5-yard line. They kind of telegraphed the play that time. As you watch it right here, they ran this play just a couple of moments ago, and then they do it again. When you have those 3 receivers to the left side of the line, you see Bouchel still fighting, and no one to the right side of the line, you kind of have a feeling that second time, you know, they just may run this guy.
Well, and if you block it, it really doesn't matter if you know what they're going to run.
Yeah. So it's first and goal from the 4. Here's Kemp driving and into the end zone for the touchdown. And Lamar made it look easy because it was.
Yeah.
They lead it 19-3. So Lamar had 2 field goals in the first half, and they come back with 2 touchdowns in the second half. Abram to attempt the point after. This kid's really got a leg, too. He hits rockets, low snap from center. The kick is up and good. And they did a very nice job getting that kick away. Here's Kemp. He's starting off to the right, then veering back to the left, dancing into the end zone for the score. So Lamar will continue their mastery over Nimitz, as they will win this game. The only question now is what the final score will be. These teams have met 30 times, and Lamar has won 23 of the 30 games. Very effective, no doubt about it. Last time that Nimitz won was Mike Farder's final season with Nimitz. They won that back, and there you see it laid out for you right there. Look at that, one scored 67-17 last year. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last 3 years, Lamar was really, last 4 years, last 3 years, they put up some huge numbers against some Nimitz teams that obviously weren't that good.
Well, one of the things that works against them is that because of a lack of players, a lot of their kids have to play both ways, and that just wears you down. Here's a very high kick taken 2 yards back in the end zone and whistled sound, and let's see what's going on here.
His knee touchdown? It's at the 2-yard line.
Well, the official's talking about this one, so let's see what's coming off. Officials trying to determine exactly what has just transpired and exactly the ruling that they will make. All the players are standing around. One thing we can tell you, we have exactly 4 minutes remaining in the game. Now the referee wants to talk to the linesman.
See what Joe Horn wants to discuss.
Anyone read lips?
I don't.
Illegal procedure against Lamar, so they'll kick it over.
Okay, re-kick. Lamar has not done well at this so far tonight with the kickoffs.
They've been penalized, what, 3 times?
Yeah, this is something I suspect that they will be doing a lot of next week. Jacobs, though, I'll tell you what, this kid's got a heck of a leg, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Jacobs boots.
They're offsides again. Unless he runs his back, he has an incredible return. They're going to make him do it again. Coach Fuller right now has really got to be.
Yes. Yeah.
He's going to call the special teams coach and say, what in the heck is going on here? He's going to kick it again from the 30. Look at this, is very obvious. Look at the kid right there. I mean, can he not see where the kicker is? I mean, come on. Needless to say, Coach Fuller isn't very happy about this. If this were a close game, it could really hurt him. But yeah, I suspect the special teams coach is going to get an earful on this, and
as will the players.
Well, and as they like to say about manure, it runs downhill, doesn't it?
So for the 3rd time, we're going to have this kick tried. Angelo Allen, one of the 2 return men, standing on his 5-yard line. This kick
goes out of bounds now.
So Nimitz will have the ball.
What, at the 40 now? Are they going to sit?
At the 40.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at it.
Well, no, it has to be at the 50, doesn't it? Because it was at the 35 and penalized 15 yards.
When the ball goes out of bounds, I think it's automatically put on the 40. Doesn't matter where you kick it from.
That's not right.
May not be right, but that's the rule. So the ball will be 1st and 10 on the 40.
So let's say you have a bunch of penalties. You're back to your 10-yard line. What do? Just kick it out of bounds? To automatically get it to the other team's 40?
You could theoretically, yeah.
Yeah. What a bad rule that is.
First and 10 on the 40. This is Henry on the dive play, getting maybe a yard and a half, or not much more. And we have a Lamar player who's very slow getting up, but he does.
That's McClendon.
Second and 8 for Nimitz. Clark looks. Clark throws off the fingertips of his intended receiver. He was trying to get Velasquez that time. And so we'll have a third down situation coming up.
Clark tonight only 5 out of 16 passing for 35 yards.
As far as Lamar is concerned, the one thing, if you looked at the way they played this game, the only thing that you can really say they didn't do that very well was the kickoffs. Everything else they played very well. Running game's been effective. Passing game's been effective. Defense has obviously been very stellar. Here's Clark rolling, passing out, and his receiver can't hold on to the ball.
Well,
it's been that kind of night.
Yeah.
Nothing has gone right.
Yeah, the Nimitz offense has just not been there.
Well, the defense has been out there, and out they come once again. That last pass, by the way, was intended for Christian Chocolov, and he could not hold on. So Rodriguez to do the punting, and he has been really kicking under a tremendous amount of pressure. Not this time, however. And he gets the boot away.
Not a really great punt.
No. Nimitz has been called on to punt several times in this game, and none of them have traveled very far. We're going to see the Ranch View Wolves a couple of weeks from now, and they're going to play a team that we have never seen before in the history of ICTN, the Canton Eagles. Battle of 3A teams. The legal substitution against Lamar, so they'll be penalized five yards in the play.
Looks like they're going to put in a new quarterback. This would be no, Michelle's still on. Okay.
3 minutes, 1 second remaining in tonight's game. Lamar comfortably out in front by a count of 20-3. This is Lancaster. And Lancaster fights his way out to about the 35-yard line. Got about 4 on the play. Bouchel just going to the sideline, and Gwynn coming back in. Gwynn is the junior. Bouchel is the sophomore. But it's Gwynn who will be taking the direct snaps probably for the rest of this game. Well, that young man's not going to go anywhere that time. The handoff to Lancaster, and grabbing him just as soon as he got the ball was Juan Anikas, defensive lineman for Nimitz. So we'll have third and about 13. Inside the 2-minute mark now. Gwynn again to take the direct snap. Again, they hand off to Lancaster, who breaks through, keeps on going, and finally is hammered down. He needed about 13 yards to get the first down. He got 14 and the first down. Very determined run by that young man. So still another first down for Lamar. Lance Brown will be talking to the Nimitz head coach at the end of the game, getting his thoughts on this one. Here is Lancaster hit at the line of scrimmage. Not going to go anywhere on that play as we come down to the 1 minute mark. Well, it's been all Lamar tonight. Lamar, who started off losing to South Grand Prairie last week, 38-31, has won this game handily by a count of 20-3. Inside the final minute of play as Gwynn awaits the direct snap from center. This time he gives to Kemp. And Kemp goes off the right side of the line, gets about 6 yards on the play. And that very well may be the final play of this game, as you see the clock rolling down. And it will be. So Lamar comes over from West Arlington, comes into Irving School Stadium, and wins this one by a count of 20-3. We'll be back with the highlights of the game with Lance's interview and the final statistics in just a moment. One of the features we have incorporated in our broadcast this year is the play of the game. That play that pretty well determined the outcome of the game, and you're going to see it right here. This is Jimmy Clark going back to pass, looks downfield, and Visor picks it off. So that ended a drive by the Nimitz Vikings, and Visor then brought the ball back in a fairly good field position for his team. That is the play of the game. Now let's go down to the field and Lance Brown.
All right, thank you, Bob. Coach, your thoughts on this ball game?
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's a good football team that Arlington Lamar has, and that's just a good high school football game. Two good defenses battling all night long, and I tell you what, I'm so proud of our guys for fighting and competing and hanging in there in tough times. And from last week to this week, we've come a long ways, and we're excited to get back to work on Monday and keep making improvement week to week. But very proud of the way our guys played and how they competed tonight. And hats off to Arlington Lamar. They had a really good football squad.
Okay, defensively, a very good effort. Offensively, you had your problems.
Absolutely. You know, anytime you're putting in a new system, usually the defense is a little ahead of the offense. And we have a lot of returning starters on that defensive side of the ball, so we expect our defense to play like that. We know we're going to have to play good early in the year on defense to give our offense a little time to catch up. And we did some good things offensively. We just got to string more of those plays together and get more consistent, finish some of those drives.
You haven't run Clark much the first 2 weeks. Is that because of injury problems perhaps, or you just want to hold something back?
No, sir. You know, it's just what the defense is doing right now. Most of our plays have a zone read concept to it, and depending on how the defense plays is whether or not Jimmy will keep the ball. But no, he can run any time, and you know, he's a threat obviously, but right now he don't have to, and that's okay too.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it back up now to Bob Berry.
Okay, thank you very much, Lance. So Lance Brown with his interview with the Nimitz head coach. We have highlights for the game for you, as long as the statistics, and you see one of the Scott young men right there walking off the field. And now the highlights for the second half. There were 2 touchdowns And this is just a great play by Buechele, who hits King, who is all alone, and he goes into the end zone for the score. That pretty well broke up the game. And then they hand off this time. This was the second touchdown of the second half. That was Kemp going in from 4 yards out. Now, they say statistics tell the story, and believe me, that is really true in this game. Look how one-sided this was. Lamar, 19 first downs to 4 for Nimitz, 184 yards passing to 35 for Nimitz, 202 yards rushing to only 29 yards for Nimitz. Total yards for Lamar, 370 yards for Nimitz, just 64. There were 3 turnovers, and even there Lamar was leading. They had 2 turnovers to Nimitz 1. The final score in tonight's game, Lamar wins it by a count of 20-3. For all the members of our technical crew, this is Bob Barry. Thank you very much for joining us, and we wish you a most pleasant good night.
Irving Game of the Week has been brought to you in part by Gerald Stavely Dry Cleaning,